Welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, and welcome to Cobra Convergence 4. Um, I'd like to start out with announcing this week's video, which will be the Fred series Crimson Guard Soldier. But before we get to Crimson Guard Soldier, let's take a look at our shout outs, starting with Back to the Media. And it's their website is backtothemedia.com, where you can buy, sell, and trade classic video games, vinyl records, vintage toys, comics, DVDs, Blu-rays, cassettes, and cult VHSs. And sorry for my sniffling throughout this video because I've got a small sinus issue going on. And you can find them at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Back to the Media. And you can also email them at backtothemedia.com at gmail.com. And while you're in the area of the walking mall, you can head a couple stores down on the other side of the walking mall at 115 South Loudon Street in Winchester and stop and see Time Travelers Toys and Collectibles. Where you could buy and sell comics, toys, and collectibles. And their email address is timetravelertoys at gmail.com. You can also find them on Facebook. And when you go in to see Charles, tell him that I sent you. So let's take a look at the file card. And it goes Cobra Elite Trooper. Code name Crimson Guard. File name Top Secret. Primary military specialty undercover espionage. Secondary military specialty accounting and law. Birthplace various countries. And the Crimson Guard are elite Cobra troopers with degrees in law or accounting. In addition to their combat training, each CG undergoes plastic surgery so that every trooper looks exactly alike, and each one is known as Fred. To further enhance the group's uniformity and anonymity, after the surgery, they are given new lives in new cities, where they are expected to blend in and become valued members of the community, climbing political and corporate ladders into positions of power and influence. We are hidden, we are everywhere. These nice businessmen and honest civic leaders, so admired by the community, just may have red suits hanging in their closets. Okay, and let's take a look at his accessories, starting off with the infamous G.I. Joe figure stands that all modern eras come with. And as you can see in the background, I've got the my next set of reviews lined up for the next couple months. But onto the file card, or not the file card, but the figure stand. Upraised Cobra logo, codename Crimson Guard on the front, and he has his Colt 22 long barreled hand pistol right here. As you can see, it's in very nice working order. Um, and he also comes with his 22 buckshot World War II weapon, which I think is a very nice brown for the woody look with the black metal pieces around on the different spots. I think it's very cool. He also comes with his red backpack. And it's got the hollowed on the inside. Nice little detail with the Cobra logo right there. And he also comes with a removable Crimson Guard helmet. With the red and the black face guard. What I think is pretty sweet. So let's take a look at the Fred series Crimson Guard. As you can see, we've got the Fred head and the black shoulder badges with the gold on the one side. As you can see, Hasbro has their silver paint thing, their silver issues with their paint. Right there on the arm, on the chest, on the wrists, with his usual red uniform, more of a maroonish looking color in this one. I think it'd be looking more maroon, or more of a brick red actually. He's got his black gloves, black belt, goes down with the same like brick red look with the silver stripes down his leg. And right there, he's got like looks like a holster where you could put the he could put the Colt 22 right there, and he's down with his black boots with a pouch on that one and a pouch on that one. And like I showed in the Dr. Mindbender second anniversary video, Dr. Mindbender and this Pacific Crimson Guard share the same legs. And let's take a look at the articulation of the Fred Series Crimson Guard. His head can spin at a full 360. Arm can lift to about there. He does bend at the elbow. Does swivel at the elbow. Swivels at the wrist. He does have the ab crunch, as you can see. His legs can, with his typical T-hook, spread to about here. Of course, mine has a very loose leg on the right leg. I hope yours, if y'all have one, yours isn't loose. His leg can lift to about here. Double knee joint, which I think is one of my two favorite parts in the modern figures. And he also, with the other favorite point, is the pivot at the ankle, as well as the swivel at the ankle. I like the knee and the double knee joint, and as well as the ankle articulations on the GI Joe figures, the modern era figures, because it also leads to better battle poses on these figures, as you know, even more better than you could on the vintage ones, which is the ones that I grew up on. But let's take a look at the Crimson Guard all set up. You know, like he's ready for battle. And here's Fred 7 ready to go. The first series Crimson Guard right there ready to go. But as you can see, you know, with the helmet on, he does look like a regular Crimson Guard soldier, which is pretty cool. The only distinguishable difference is the World War II 22 buckshot. The Crimson Guards made their first appearance in the Marvel G.I. Joe run as the Fred series in issue 29 with a prototype uniform, and they didn't get their actual uniforms to issue 38. They made their first appearance in the G.I. Joe cartoon in the animated Sunbow animated series as in the Revenge of Cobra in Part 1, but not as the Fred series. So the Fred series Crimson Guards have no animated appearances. I thought of the Crimson Guard, the Fred series, you know, the Fred series Crimson Guard, it's very comic book accurate. So I mean, you can army build the Fred series, you can army build the regular Crimson Guard or the non-Fred series Crimson Guard, and collect both of them. And you could have both the comic book and the animated series, you know, army troop build on these figures, which is why the modern era I think is awesome with doing this. So I would rank the Crimson Guard Fred series Crimson Guard as a top tier figure because it really shows the realistic versions that's shown in the comic books, and thoughts on the differences between the Fred series Crimson Guard and the animated Crimson Guard. It's not really no differences except for you know who the identity of the Crimson Guard is, you know, in the comic book. But you know, but this is a top tier figure, and you can watch vintage figures versions of the the non-Fred series Crimson Guard by watching Hooded Cobra Commander 788, and he also does a comparison with the vintage and the modern, which this exact Crimson Guard is actually in that video. And you also watch the vintage version of the Crimson Guard on 4BX257's channel. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. And Cobra Convergence 4's video next week will be on Cobra's SWAT version of the SWAT team. Remember, the Cobra Shock Trooper. Hope you guys are ready for that one next week. And also, you can check out different channels like ACC 788, 4BX257, Comic Tropes, Half the Battle, G.I. Joe Bird, What's on Joe Mind, and quite a few others, Sanitarium Productions. Watch all these channels for further Cobra Convergence videos. So check them out and have a good weekend, and I hope to see y'all next week.